Cat ladies. Everyone knows the stereotype. A woman who is older, disheveled, never been married, who lives in a house full of cats.
There's that weird cat lady. Look what she's got on. She must be freaky. She dresses weird.
I don't like being called a crazy cat lady. People have joked several times about finding me eaten by my cats. But I'm fine, don't worry, I'm not on medicine or anything like that anymore.
I don't think I'm a crazy cat lady. I think I'm a little bit nutty. I'm crazy about my cats.
Society thinks we're crazy. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I'm trapping some cats. Why are you doing this? Leave them outside.
For a woman who is over 30, single, and has a cat, there is nothing worse than being called a cat lady.
I'm not wearing, track pants that are too small for me, covered in stains with a ripped cardigan and big crazy hair.
But it's not just the number of cats that makes someone a cat lady. It's the intensity of their attachment to their feline friends. But when does loving your cats go too far?
I had a dream once with my cat Ginger that I was breastfeeding her.
How does a person go from having one cat to 100?
I'm not a hoarder. I would like to see them all go. Then I'd be able to take in another 100 cats.
At what point do you step over the edge?
You're number 1, 5, 6, 26, 27, 28, 47, 48, 49, 50, 63, 70, 71, 72, 73, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Oh, bless you. 98, 99, 100. Yeah, oh, 1, 2, 3, cat. 116. 120. 121. 123. Hallelujah. Ah, yeah. How did I get there? Incredible.
Deanne was a senior manager at a big bank, but they downsized her, and early retirement left her searching for a new purpose in life. She found it rescuing stray cats off the street.
6 years ago, I started cat rescue around this time of the year. I was actually driving on this road going up. I saw a cat. And long story short, that was a cat that had been left by a woman who moved away. And in November, and the cats had been outside since. So I just proceeded to feed the cat, and 5 cats came, and I started to rescue cats from then on. I'd like to see where these go. We can't save all of them. However, once I see them, I'm done. I have to take care of them. And when you succeed to get this cat to come to you and love you because you gain its trust, it's very fulfilling.
But rescuing cats is taking its toll. Deanne is burning through her retirement savings and can't find homes for any of her 123 cats. She's completely overwhelmed, but has no idea how to stop.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go home. I think that this process of rescuing can be an addiction. I don't feel good about it because I know it's not quite the right thing to do.
I have friends. I go out, not like a lot.
Jenny is hardly a stereotypical cat lady. She's attractive, has a good job, and owns her own house.
Most people would never know I have a cat problem upon meeting me. And then hopefully by the time they get to know me, I'm so charming it doesn't matter. Hopefully. I appear to be put together, friendly, whatever. People can't believe that at 35 years old, that I'm not married and I don't have any kids. I gotta take care of the animals, and it's just easier to take care of them, maybe, than to take care of myself. And that's from growing up in a, dysfunctional environment where you're constantly on, you know, your toes because you didn't know if Dad was going to go on a rampage or not. It's like I snap. I go into this mode where like there's no other choice. I don't know. A life without my cats wouldn't be a life. Mew mew. Hey, kitty. Again, maybe not so many, but yeah, these guys take care of me by letting me take care of them.
Despite the emotional role cats play in her life, Jenny fears that it's time she makes a change.
To be completely honest, it's only okay for me to be alone with my cats because I feel like I have to be. Because I don't feel like I have a choice. Therefore, it's okay because there's no choice. Yeah, I would love someone to love me because it's never happened. And I think I have a lot to offer.
Coming up,
Fritz would say,
In all, I'd say I've taken way over 3,000 cats off the street.
here in this little cat box are, I don't know how many, maybe 200 whiskers. And whenever I'm cleaning or, you know, walking around or sitting somewhere, I'll come across a whisker and I'll think of it as a little present. Fritz would say, little one would say, and Bongo would go.
Margot is a 47-year-old receptionist who has never been married. But that's fine with her, because all she needs in life are her cats.
Fritz! Come on. I don't live alone. I live with 3 cats. They talk, they communicate with me all the time. That's who I am. I am Margot and she's got 3 cats. That's just the way it is, and I don't know what else to be. Let's see. Yeah, these are good ones. She's so sweet. I love the way her paws are crossed over. They're my babies. I had a dream once with my cat Ginger that I was breastfeeding her. It's just that I'm their mother, and that's what mothers do with their babies. It's not that I talk to my cats about my problems, okay? I know that they're not going to understand that, and they're not going to be able to give me the response that maybe I need. But they're there to pet and to talk to when I'm feeling like, how come I don't have a boyfriend? How come I have nothing to do on a Friday night? To be brushed. Come on. And you think maybe, well, they're there for you because, well, they have no other place to go. They can't get out the front door. But when I'm feeling really sad, they're not in another room. They're right beside me. They don't have to be, but they are. Come on.
I'm always cooking chicken or turkey soup. We have that every day. To that, I add cat food. I just have to keep reminding myself not to lick my fingers after I've done it. Okay, this'll do it for now. Here, sweeties, aperitif. There you go. Here, sweetheart.
In her mid-50s, estranged from her family and never married, Ziggy is a rebel who has always defended the underdog. A few years ago, she turned her home into an unofficial cat sanctuary.
Wipe off the hands, they'll clean themselves off later. In all, I'd say I've taken way over 3,000 cats off the street. There you go, pumpkins. There you go. I guess, in a way, I am the Mother Teresa of these cats, because otherwise, all of these cats would have met a horrendous end out on the street. Okay, there we go. This room is my, well, what I call my bedroom. I sleep here with probably around 10 cats. I no longer have a bed. I wasn't allowed to keep the bed. Humane Society seemed to think it was a source of contamination. So I sleep on a lounge chair here. It's easy to scrub down, it's plastic. Most of the family members think this is crazy, that I've done this. That's too bad. I guess they weren't supportive of me in any way before that, because I wasn't doing what was acceptable to them.
Some see Ziggy as a cat savior, but Agent Trey Smith of the Toronto Humane Society has a much different view.
I think a cat hoarder and a cat rescuer are almost one and the same. They don't have the know-how, they're not veterinarians, and unless they have the means to have a veterinarian come in and recognize signs of distress, recognize illnesses, and treat them immediately to prevent them from spreading, I don't think they should be doing it.
All too often, he deals with situations like this one in downtown Toronto.
Distress, like these kittens here with the URI? Okay, yeah, grab a whole bunch of cat boxes and meet me over here. Oh, look.
There's a couple down here.
Yeah. There's a dead one over here.
Where?
Right there. See that dead kitten right there?
Great, okay.
I would say 99% of my cases, people who are cat hoarders or who think that they're doing what's best for the cats are women. Do I question their motives? Absolutely not. They're doing it for a reason, whether it's because they're lonely or whether it's because they think that they're helping those cats, but I don't think it's healthy. They're just a little outside of the realm of normality, I'd say.
Come on, Ter Ter, come say hi. I'm not a hoarder. There isn't one cat in this house outside of some seriously ill ones that I know are better off with me because I know how to treat them. I would like to see them all go and find a new home. Then I'd be able to take in another 100 cats.
Coming up.
My father is a raging alcoholic, wife-beating, child-abusing bigot.
The not knowing what's going on with her is so frustrating.
Rescuing cats has taken over Deanne's entire life. Retired, single, Deanne no longer sees her friends or family and spends 16 hours a day taking care of her cats.
My monthly expenses, I would say including litter, dry food, wet food, $3,000. Yeah, I'm okay. Right now it's getting tight. This business of rescuing is for people who are strong, because it's not for the faint of heart people. I'm telling you, it's hard. I don't sleep 8 hours in a row. I go 3 hours here, 3 hours there. Mummies, come on. Oh, no time to play. Come here. I fall asleep on the sofa, and at 3 I wake up. People do call us crazy cat ladies, and I say, yes, we're crazy. This is my answer. It's from the fact that I was a lonely girl, and I needed that companionship. People were always telling me I was sad. I don't know why, but I found this happiness with the animals because the family life was not very pleasant. My father was an alcoholic, my mother worked. It was just a little bit painful. I worked 40 years for a bank. I had fun. I traveled the world. I met lots of people. I have lots of friends. After the merge of this bank with another bank, I lost my job. In retrospect, I started to really trap cats and save them when I retired. I mean, until I retired, I had just a small amount of cats, and after that I went crazy, and it's not good. It saves the cats, but it doesn't save me.
Unlike Deanne, who is just trying to cope with her situation and has no desire to date, Jenny is terrified that she might become a crazy cat lady. Single, with unkempt hair, surrounded by mountains of cats.
No, it's okay. Believe it or not, I normally meet guys at the dog park in this outfit or something similar.
We have enough space. It's just obviously me. Clearly I'm single. Perpetually. Oh, 16. 16? Yeah, not 60. That's crazy. Oh, God, no. That's crazy. No, just 16. I've met Sean on the bridge down there in the summer, actually. I thought I'd be nice and say hi, and that didn't work out so well. When did I get dumped? Well, I haven't actually officially been dumped. He just stopped kind of talking to me. Find somebody. Yeah. Yeah, I know. In the spring.
I think I'm a great catch. And then it's kind of depressing that I guess no one else has seen that. But again, then I have the cats as an excuse. But I'm fine, don't worry, I'm not on medicine or anything like that anymore. Anyone? No? Honestly, I'd be happy with like conjugal visits at this point. Like, I don't care, you don't have to get married, we don't have to like have a kid or anything. Even, you know, separate rooms would be fine. And then I could have my thing, and that would be fine. I'd kick the cats out of the room. And I've actually had a couple boyfriends when I've had several cats, like, I mean, a dozen. Just, one of them was stoned all the time, so maybe I think that's why. And then he must have forgot to smoke one day, and then he was like, oh my God, I've got a girlfriend. And then that's what ended that. It wasn't the cats. So I mean, I know it's possible. Met someone else this year, and we were in my room, and we were fooling around, and he just like stopped suddenly and said, I can smell cat. I was mortified. I'm like smelling the sheets. I'm like, it's clean. No, it's impossible. This place is clean. Like the worst thing you can say. I don't know if it's to like every cat lady, but to me, the worst thing you can say is this place smells. Long story short, I have a sick cat and she pissed under the bed. And so she ran out to the side he was on. And then had explosive diarrhea on the floor and the wall. Yeah, I was mortified.
There. Cats were my friends. When I was younger, I was shy, very insecure. There were many times that I felt like I didn't belong in my family, and that I wasn't accepted. But the cats were always there, and they loved me, and I knew that I was accepted by them, and that was very important to me. Me when I was 4. Well, I was adopted at 15 months old. And this is a picture of my dad holding me shortly after. And he looks very, very happy. He looks very proud. I, on the other hand, am not so happy. I was adopted into a family of high achievers, very academic, and I wasn't like that. I wasn't the same. I didn't look the same. My skin is darker. My hair is curly. I just felt like I couldn't do anything right. My cats. That's what saved me. Yeah,
They loved me. They weren't mad at me. They accepted me for who I was.
Like Margot, Ziggy also defines her sense of self-worth through her cats, although in a very different way. She's learned of 2 stray cats on a nearby farm and heads out to capture them and bring them back to her sanctuary.
In another 2 weeks, the cats will all be in heat, which means 62 days later, we've got kittens. We don't need any more cats. So right now, the crunch is on. The next couple weeks, hopefully, I will be bringing in a large majority of the female cats that are out there. This trapping cage isn't the world's best, huh? Bleeding already. Here's hoping it's not coffee. It is. Okay. Now it's a waiting game. Just have to wait and see when the cats show up. Okay, there she is. We got action. You have to learn patience. Is she in? She's in. She can't get out. Okay, we got her. Hi, sweetie. Kitty, kitty. Good kitty. There we go. We're safe now. Come on, sweet. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There we go, sweetie. There we go. There we go. It's okay. Calm down now, honey. Come on. After you've trapped them, you feel like you've won. You've won something. When you see the look on their face, literally the look of surprise, that somebody cares about them and will take care of them. So that's 2 more down and about 7 more to go and a couple more 100,000 out there to bring in. You've got cats that come in that are old, cats that come in that are sick. People don't want them. So what are you going to do with them? I have sacrificed my life the way it used to be when I had just a small number of cats, where I could go out dancing a few times a week. I could get together with friends. I could have them come over for a meal. I was quite a good cook. People wouldn't want to come over and eat in my house. They deemed to be unsanitary because of all the cats in there. I have lost a lot of who I thought were my friends. They have fallen by the wayside because I do not have the time. So in a way, this is a bonus. I'm rid of the baggage. I had a difficult childhood like a lot of people. It wasn't overly happy. I was picked on because we spoke German, and it was after the war, and we were called little Nazis. Every year, somebody in the neighborhood was nice enough to paint a swastika on the side of our house. When I got picked on when I was a kid, I quietly retaliated. And I've always been sort of a fighter for the underdog. Whenever somebody was picked on for some reason, whether they were Jewish or black or Asian, they had me to deal with.
Coming up.
In our mind, you can't just put a name, I'm a rescuer, and all of a sudden you're a rescuer.
I don't allow myself too much time out of the house because there's always that concern hanging over your head that somebody is going to break in here and try to kill the cats.
Jenny, Deanne, Margot, and Ziggy are all self-proclaimed cat ladies. They love cats above all else. But loving cats too much can come at a price. Despite her own dwindling finances, Deanne has loaned $25,000 to a complete stranger who's about to get thrown out of her apartment for having 66 cats. In the middle of the night, Deanne evacuates several of the cats and places them in the home of a fellow rescuer.
Everybody wants me. It's not money, it's my time and it's my help. And So I'm a little bit exhausted because I don't know when to stop. And I need to change a bit my way of life here. So sometimes I just overdo it and I'm just so stressed because I can't say no and I plan all kinds of things. It's just ridiculous. This is our life. This is a little bit sneaky. Just filter ourselves into houses, drop cats, take cats. We just avoid the public eye and the public services. We're getting to be really good at doing things in the dark. It's okay, Mommy. What we've just done now is like a delivery of a cat so that they are sheltered from euthanization. And we do this mainly at night because we don't want to alert the world that we're doing this. Okay. Woo.
While Deanne rescues cats, Jenny turns to her best friend Dave to see if he can explain why her latest relationship failed.
Okay, but the facts were out in front before we even hooked up. He asked, "Why are you single?" "Because I'm old and I got a whack of cats." What kind of guy is going to love kitties so much that he's going to want to hang out with me and my 16 kitties?
Maybe you're making it a huge issue.
Sometimes.
Why are you saying that?
Why am I saying
You're
that?
projecting that onto the guy. Pushing him away because you think he'll reject you for having a heap of cats?
There's that. Yeah.
Well, I definitely have trust issues. Like, I don't trust anybody. Now I'm gonna go. And, well, at the same time, I still want to save everyone, you know? And I've had, you know, a couple of relationships. Well, I don't know, I always seem to attract the damaged, the damaged ones, and then I feel like I have to fix them, except when I fix them, they don't need me anymore. And that's possibly one reason why I'm single. My father was a raging alcoholic, wife-beating, child-abusing, bigot. All the city cop stereotypes. A lot of my love of animals came from when I was younger. My mother really likes cats, and my mom always burying her face in the cats. That was the purpose of the cats, for cuddles. I couldn't rely on my mother, and I was the oldest, so I have to look after my brother and sister kind of thing. I'd just grab a cat off to my room. Like, they're always there. The cats were always there.
While Jenny struggles to come to terms with her latest breakup, Margot is in the midst of her own personal crisis. Out of nowhere, her cat Bongo has fallen terribly ill.
Well, it's been an emotional and stressful last 2.5 weeks.
Bongo is very sick. She's been throwing up a lot of bile. She's like my child. They're all like my children. They're just like children. They're totally dependent on you. They need to be loved and fed and cleaned up after, and
the not knowing what's going on with her is so frustrating. I wish that she was able to say what was wrong, and you know, I would do anything if she could just tell us.
Margot desperately wants some answers, so she calls Sue, an animal psychic who can connect telepathically with animals over the phone.
Hello?
Hi, Sue, it's Margot.
Oh, hello, Margot. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Just fine, thanks.
So I was wondering if you could help me today to try to figure out what's going on with Bongo.
Okay. She misses the family very much, and she loves to see you when you go to visit her.
Yeah.
And she says, yes, she's being looked after very well, and the people are nice. She has moments of discouragement, but she really tries hard to keep up her bright, positive outlook. I asked her if she knows when she's going to be going home, and she couldn't say. She couldn't say.
The animal psychic is unable to diagnose Bongo, but at least she's offered Margot some relief.
If I can be more strong and know that, you know, this isn't the end of her life, that, you know, we're gonna find what's wrong with her. She's too young and she's such a wonderful cat. It's can't give up.
Ziggy has increasingly cut herself off from the outside world because many people in the community strongly oppose her lifestyle.
I don't allow myself too much time out of the house because I'm never sure of what is going to happen in the house while I'm gone, let alone what the cats can get up to or what neighbors could possibly come over and do to my cats when they see that I'm gone. There's always that concern hanging over your head that somebody is going to break in here and try to kill the cats. That's just a thing that you get to live with. There's always going to be somebody that objects to what you do, no matter what it is. And that brings the nutcases out.
2 years ago, Mike and Melissa bought their first home, right next door to Ziggy. When they moved in, nobody told them about Ziggy or her cat sanctuary.
We've been in the house for about 2 years. Moving in at the end of January, you don't see your backyard very much. So we started getting out in May and looking at the beds and the pool and wondering what the pool looked like open, because we'd never seen it open before, and hoping the liner would not leak. And then we started noticing some of our neighbors, and they were good and bad. September 12th at night, it smells terrible in the driveway. September 13th in the morning. In our mind, you can't just put a name, I'm a rescuer, and all of a sudden you're a rescuer. This is a residential neighborhood, and that's quite clearly not a residential neighborhood activity.
People like them really should get themselves a hobby instead of just trying to find fault in somebody who's doing something for humanity when they aren't.
Coming up.
I think it is an addiction. I think once you get started, it's very soon after that that you're drowning.
I'm at risk for the law. I'm at risk for my health.
Deanne has taken on more cats than she can handle, but she refuses to stop her nightly hunt for more strays.
They're little angels. You know, they're like kids. They're like little dogs, little kittens, little God's creatures. And you have to take care of them. And it is humans' fault that there are so many in this predicament. It's not ideal for the cat, I know this. And that's why I want to get them all homes. I'm a survivor, okay? So I can have a lot. And this is now too much for me. I'm at risk for the law. I'm at risk for my health. I know I'm doing a good thing, but I think it's a little bit too much now. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just too tired. I can't even do the little squatting. I have to sit on the ground. Now I'm starting to say, I'd like to see my family, and I start to resent what I'm doing. You know, when I go out, I don't want to come back here. Just look at this. This is like, boy, yeah.
While Deanne longs to reconnect with her family, Margot still doesn't know what is wrong with Bongo, and she is very worried. The vet has decided to operate, and hopefully she'll finally have some answers.
Bongo schmongo from the Congo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna get you better. We're gonna get you better. Yeah.
You're gonna have some surgery today.
She's a huge part of here, and she's not here, and it's different. Little one and Fritz are around me all the time, and I don't mind that, but they know that they know that Bongo's not here, and they don't know why, and I don't know how to tell them.
Come on.
I think that a lot of people don't know that I'm as lonely as I am. I try not to think about it myself, but I am. I need more than the cats. And I'm not saying to them that they're not enough, because they are plenty. The cats are plenty. But I need something else to do outside. It would be really nice to have a boyfriend, but it would be really nice to have a friend.
Ziggy's perfectly content living alone with her hundreds of cats, much to the frustration of her neighbors. Tired of feeling powerless, they have called in media, hoping it will force the city to cap the number of cats in a residential home.
We were quite frustrated, and we didn't feel that we were getting any attention, and we said, well, this is a story. So we called the KW Record, and they were blown away. I don't really think they believed us at first. But then we had a reporter come out, and his eyes were as big as saucers. He couldn't believe it. It was quite the story that ended up happening.
Even if I stopped what I was doing, it'd be 10 years before these cats are gone, in one way or another. At least 10 years. So what purpose would it serve to get me to stop taking in more cats?
Feral cats, 99.9% of them cannot be socialized in any way. And to believe that they can, you're fooling yourself.
Go on, go on. Go on, that's a good girl. There you go.
They know nothing but to be outside, and to take them away from their environment against their will, I think isn't right. And I believe that those animals would probably die sooner rather than if they were out fending for themselves.
Chill out, sweetie. Chill out.
To try and change the 10,000 cats out there is an absolutely monumental task that can't be taken by 1 or 2 or 10 rescuers or hoarders. It can't even be taken by, you know, an organization like the Toronto Humane Society. I think it is an addiction. I think once you get started and you're already waist deep, what's the difference if you're neck deep? You know what I mean? But the difference is, once you're at your neck, it's very soon after that that you're drowning.
Coming up.
I have to stop. I've got to lower my numbers. I'm actually starting to fall apart now.
Jenny still hasn't found the man of her dreams, but she's beginning to realize that having 16 cats may not be the only reason that she's single.
I wish I didn't have so many, but I don't know if I had gone back that I would be able to do anything any differently than how I've done it. Yeah, they've stopped me from doing a lot of things, forming relationships, traveling. I just, given my personality, they've kind of been a good excuse too. I don't like to fail. So if you don't try, then you can't fail, right? And if you got a good excuse not to try, then there you go. I can't end up having 30 cats. Then it's completely over. This way, I'm like still, you know, I'm still okay. I've got some hope or whatever. I'm not sure what the magic number is. I'm pretty sure it's close to where I'm at now, but to go over, no. Then I just like, then I've given up.
Then are you the crazy cat lady?
Yeah, then I'm the crazy cat lady, and there's no hope for me.
Jenny may not be a crazy cat lady yet, but Deanne has definitely crossed over the line. In a final act of desperation, she holds an adoption drive to reduce her number of cats.
I have to stop. I've got to lower my numbers. I would like to move in the country with my cats. I will keep the cats that are not adoptable, so number-wise, I don't know how many, but anything less than what I have is better. I'm actually starting to fall apart now.
After a lot of hard work, Deanne has found homes for some of her kittens, but still has 95 cats. While Deanne is trying to reduce numbers, Ziggy is keen to keep rescuing cats at her house. The law is powerless to stop her, and the feud with the neighbors continues.
I don't really miss my life the way it was before, because that was just superficial. Come on, come on. Ah, yes, I know. I know. She's a good girl. I found something that gives me a lot more. Come on, it's okay. It's okay. I see the look of loneliness in their eyes that I can honestly say probably was in my eyes years ago. I'm not lonely anymore.
After a 2-week battle, Bongo dies of complications from feline leukemia. At first, Margot is inconsolable, but then the humans in her life surprise her.
This is a little shrine for Bongo. I've been keeping busy, and I think that that's what helps. But then, when I'm not, and I'm alone, and it's quiet, and I'm thinking about her, then it hits me hard. Like today. I reached out to my friends and family during Bongo's illness. You know, everybody was there for me. And I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose my connections and my friendships. I want them to be stronger. Before I didn't really know what I meant to my friends and family. And now I do.
Look at that fluffy tail.
I hope I have cats in my life for as long as I live. I hope that one day, someday, I'll be able to have a relationship with a person that is just as amazing. You know, but for now, cats are where it's at.